Welcome to Give Me the Mic. I am so glad to have you guys again. I miss you guys live, and I want to introduce my co-host. And as he comes on, none other but Zachary Mitchell. Okay, I'm Faye Bailey Lucas, your host, and there's my co-host, Zachary Mitchell, my brother, who I love so much. Listen, we come to motivate, inspire, and cultivate your gifts to reach your highest potential. And we have an awesome guest today that's going to do that. I'm not going to spill it, but we're going to look at this commercial and then we're going to come back and you are going to hear from our special guest to motivate, inspire, and cultivate you with his gift that he is actually doing great things with. Okay, give us our commercial, Woody.
Just like everyone, my life is jam-packed. I'm always on the move. Whether it's personal or business, I live in the fast lane. But self-care, mentally and physically, is top priority for me. That's why I'm a part of the Texture Club at my favorite salon. They always treat you like family, and that experience leaves me wanting more. So instead of worrying about my ends, treatments, and styles, my easy monthly subscription to the Texture Club solves everything. I let the pros focus on my hair so I can focus on the other things that matter in my life.
We don't just this we can just
Wow, wow, brother, he looks strong. Tell us what Jesus say about his strength. Tell
Listen,
us what.
the Lord talks about strength in several places. He talks about
Uh-huh.
spiritual strength. He talks about physical strength, as he talked about a judge with Samson. But he tells you you can do all things through him that strengthens you. You can do all things through Christ that strengthens you. So when you're in a boardroom, or if you're on a wrestling mat, or if you're in a football game, my team lost today. I'm gonna just tell you, and I'm wearing the colors of the team that beat us today because I clearly saw that guy is a young quarterback. He prayed. He was praying. I saw him. He was praying, and he was getting hurt. He was getting beat down, but he got back up and got back into the game. Now Atlanta's quarterback was hurt too, but he sat on the bench. He wasn't motivated to win. This young man got off the mat, dusted himself off, and threw touchdowns and field goal. It was incredible. So I wasn't even ashamed to lose to somebody like that. I had to default to the side of the person that was more aligned with me and what I believe. I believe that there's never too late. My mother used to say, well, there's life, there's hope. And they still had 15 minutes on the clock. They had a minute on the clock, and they won that game. So always remember what the Lord tells you. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me because he's God, right? So, and if God be for you, who can be against you?
Amen.
Okay, so I'm going to which way? I'm going to turn the mic back over to you. And
Thank you, brother. That was awesome, awesome, awesome. And so we're going to bring up our special guest and we're going to see what he has to say. Where are you, Tone? There's Tone, none other than Tone Felix. Oh, Tone, thank you so much for accepting the invitation to come on Give Me the Mic to motivate, inspire, and cultivate the gifts in our guest today. And we saw how your strength, it looks like you're so strong. And so I just want to ask you some questions about what you do as a wrestler. What was the moment in your, what was the moment in your life you were first motivated to believe that you had power to offer this wrestling to the world?
Ironically, and thank you for having me on the show, first of all. What got me into wrestling was I was in college and I was talking to my counselor. I just told her, like, I'm going to get grades, I'm passing, getting degrees, but I'm just not happy here. And she told me if money wasn't an option and people weren't against you, what was the first thing you want to do? And she said, don't answer the question, just sit on it. And when she
Uh-huh.
said that, the answer immediately hit in my head. And so I just had to go pursue this career, and it was pro wrestling. A lot of
Wow.
people like it, a lot of people don't. Honestly, doesn't matter what they like. It's all about what I love to do.
Mm.
I would do this.
Wow. I love, and so you would inspire the audience to follow your dreams and what you see in your life that's
Correct.
going to bring you your success. Is that what you're saying? You're
Yeah.
motivating them to believe that?
Yes, you only get one life, and no matter if you even fail, it's always best to try something at your best and come up short than to never try it again. You always have doubt.
I like that. I love that. Amen. So, Phyllis, not Phyllis, I'm going to call you Tone. Tone, you want to be called Tone? This is Tone, y'all. Get that right. Tone. I want you to put that in your head, Tone, because he's going to be a famous pro wrestler one day. And what level are you now in your wrestling, Tone?
At this level, we consider what I do independent, also known as indie wrestling, and we compete basically throughout the state and obviously throughout the world.
Wow, wow, wow. And how do you choose? How does it actually work for those who don't know anything about wrestling? How do they choose the people that you're going to oppose? How does that work?
Thing called a booker and promoter. They work together. They contact you. You talk to them. They tell you what opponents, your options, and you negotiate like any other business. And then you sign the deal, and you and your opponent, or maybe even opponents, go at it.
Mhm. Okay. And so, is that how you earn income through wrestling?
It
Through
is
the
one of
fights?
my incomes. Yeah.
Oh, oh, see, I never knew. Brother, do you have any questions? Because I didn't know that that's how that works.
No, I'm not going to ask him a question. I'm just going to inspire him because he mentioned something that struck me as being very profound as a young person, and I
Uh-huh.
want you to write this down and remember it. It's Habakkuk, Hab 2, uh, chapter 2, second verse through the fourth verse. He said, write the vision and make it plain upon tablets. And he tells you that the just shall live by his faith. It's of no consequence about somebody else's faith because this is your life. And then this is a poem I'm going to read to you, and then you'll tell me what you gather from it. It says, somebody said it couldn't be done, but he with a chuckle replied that he'd be one that wouldn't say so till he tried. So, with a bit of a grin on his face, if he worried, he hit it. He started to sing as he tackled a thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. Somebody will scoff, oh, you'll never do that. Or at least nobody has ever done it. But he took off his coat, he took off his hat. And the first thing we knew, he'd begun it. With the life of a lift of his chin and a bit of a grin, without any doubting or quitting, he started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. There are thousands to tell you it cannot be done. There are thousands to prophesy failure. There are thousands to point out to you one by one the dangers that wait to assail you. But just buckle in with a bit of a grin. Just take off your coat and go to it. Just start to sing as you tackle the thing that cannot be done, and you'll do it. Now, if you can just keep your mind framed into that, you gonna make me famous, and I'm gonna be your hype man. Rumble, young man, rumble.
I make sure you're a manager, man.
I,
What you say? Y'all gonna be the manager? I got a
awesome.
promotion just by that motivation. See, I'm good. I'm
Oh,
See,
well,
good. But no, I just want you to stay encouraged because right now is a pivotal moment in your life. You're still young, and I said, and you made me feel good. I don't know how old you said I was, but I could be your grandfather, and I and I felt good about it. I said I might cut you a little piece of cheese for that compliment. I don't know. But yeah, just stay focused, dialed in, head to the grind. I got this young man that plays basketball with Kansas State University right now. He owns his NIL. He
Mhm.
left one school and now went to another for that reason.
Mhm.
And I want to inspire you to do the same thing. You ready for that?
Yes, sir. Appreciate
Okay,
that.
All
let's
right.
do it. Now talk to me about your travels. How you go across the country, the world? What's your footprint for wrestling?
Currently, I've mainly been wrestling throughout Florida. I have had a few matches in Texas, but
Okay.
mainly Florida's my main hometown for wrestling.
Okay.
I've been basically from Orlando all the way up to Tallahassee area in Panama City.
Wow.
Okay. And you like
Okay.
to travel?
You get used to it. Long hours driving there, long hours driving back. You just build up the endurance after a while. As
Now
long
you
as
know you're just paying your dues, right?
that's what they call it, paying your dues. Does
And then
anyone?
once you get involved with all that, a lot of guys used to tell me, I knew some guys that were into things like wrestling. They said, man, I had to pay for my room. Sometimes I couldn't even afford to eat, man. And then sometimes I would do these things. But if you can get past the little rudimentary things and the glitz and glamour associated with it and get back to the grind and the business, you're going to be very successful because it's only a few. I just talked to you about a heavyweight champion of the world we had, only 38 people. Think about that in the entire world, in the history of boxing, that have ever taken claim to being the heavyweight champion of the world. And
Wow.
we had him sitting in the same seat, not the literal seat, but he was sitting there right next to you. And he told us about what it took to do that. You ready for that?
All right.
Yeah, I believe
All right,
he's
now
ready.
tell us what you're doing to do it. You don't have to tell us all your business. Tell
I
people how.
wanted to know. I wanted to know if Tone had a mentor in your career to
Now you
help you
got
with
one
your
now,
career.
man.
You
Uh,
have a mentor?
my greatest mentor was a man named Loki. He was a great professional wrestler, a great businessman all around. He really got me engaged in wrestling more, opened my third eye, as they call it. Because in
Uh-huh.
this business, you have to learn, earn, then return. I'm still in
Okay.
that.
Say
I
Learn,
like
that
that.
again, Tone. Say that again.
learn, earn, and return.
Learn, earn, and return. I love that.
You
I
need
love
Learn,
to
earn, and return.
get
it.
See, I
answer.
Okay.
just created something for you. You can send me a cash app for that one too.
Thank you,
If
man.
you,
That's good. A mentor will take you a long way.
yeah.
And so, if you could speak to the life of every person that's going to be watching this right now, what is the one thing you would want them to walk away with today?
The ability that I have is not my ability; it's God's. He
Come
lent,
on now.
and so I am returning it to the people on this earth and displaying that energy. Because I tell people all the time, you can be a doctor and save lives, or you can be someone like a cop, teacher, anything. You can save lives. I believe I saved lives because when I watched wrestling as a kid, that saved my life in a way from doing anything dumb or is wrong. So actually doing something positive to help the community, bringing people together to have a community, it's always something important. But when I'm in the ring, I have the opposite mindset, and that's pain. And I will always bring my opponents peace, and that's my joy.
Awesome,
I
awesome. I
like that
love
because
that.
you were saying
Yeah,
you
I
had
like
an
that.
option. See, you chose. You hear what you said? You chose. Some people chose the wrong path. Now I'm a prison minister. I've been doing that for over 30 years. And the GPS told them to go left and they went right. And the
Uh-huh.
GPS says what? Recalculating. That's never saying that you're never going to get back on track, but you made a wise decision. As a result of that, you're making it less difficult for you once you get to your almost there, right?
Correct.
But you just have
Mm,
to stay dialed in and in the grind. And I
Yes, and
think you're
right.
going to do that, man. I like the way you stay in character. I like that.
So, so Tone,
What'd you say? Go
I
ahead, Tone.
want.
24/7.
Oh, 24/7, you in this mode. Listen, I wanted to ask you, what legacy do you want to leave behind that they will know about Tone Felix? What legacy you want to leave back?
Good question. Because I've not even thought about my legacy. All I've been doing the last 4 or 5 years is just being a better person for myself. Because
Mhm.
sorry to deviate from your question. I've had a lot of setbacks and a lot of heartaches, and I've learned
Mhm.
even when you lose everything, I still have myself, and that's enough to conquer. So
So
I think
you made a lot of sacrifices to do what you're doing.
correct. I think the biggest legacy I can leave is if you have no one that respects you or likes you, do it for yourself because you're always going to be your own biggest fan.
I love that. I love that. So you didn't get a lot of support to actually go into wrestling. Is that what you're saying? A lot
I
of
wouldn't
times it
say
don't make sense.
support. I was actually quiet about me doing wrestling, only because I've always been a quiet person, kept to myself. So when I started doing wrestling and started posting videos that I do wrestling, a lot of my friends and family were surprised that I even did anything like this because I was always kind of recluse to myself. But I always like moving in silence when I do anything personal. I feel like the less you tell people, the less chance of someone messing it up for you.
Awesome. Oh, I like that. So a lot of times when we do expose to whom we think are friends and they're wishing that we fail, they pray against it. And people don't believe that, but they do. But it won't work. It says no weapon formed against us will prosper, and every negative word that is ever spoken against us will be condemned. But there are so many people don't wish well of us sometimes that have dreams outside of what they think that we should do. And I believe in moving in silence. I do. I really do. What do you think about that, brother? Moving
Well,
in
you got the
silence.
three C's, right? If you're competent, he's competent in his profession, you're going to be confident. And if you're confident that nobody's better at what you do than you do, you're going to be comfortable, right? So when I go and do what I do for a living, I'm the smartest person in the room. That's the way I approach it. Is that the way you approach what you do? I'm the baddest man on the planet. You remember Muhammad Ali used to motivate himself. David used to motivate himself. I'm a bad man. And he'll have people believing, oh man, this dude crazy. And then the more psych he put out, the more, like you said, energy he put out, positivity rolls your way, even
Yeah,
though if you don't believe it. At some point, you got to sell all them wolf tickets and somebody going to buy them from you, right? And now you got to show them with your talent, right?
yeah.
So
I
it
always
only get bravado will only get you a little distance, right? And then you got to show them. Is that what you do? You show them, right?
very similar. I was actually opposite Muhammad. I was always that belief that everyone around me was better than me, so I always had to
Oh
catch.
no.
No, let me finish. You don't understand it. What I mean by that is, if I'm going against you in anything, I'm gonna assume you're better, so I have to step up to your level because
Oh,
I don't want to ever underestimate somebody. Because if
oh
you
no, no, no.
you lose automatically. If you feel like they're a better opponent, then you're challenging yourself to go higher level. So that's why I
Now,
always
now I
success.
was in the military, and you just spoke something that's very key. There are three tenets to combat. This guy's name was Sun Tzu, and it was the art of war. Have you ever heard of Sun Tzu and the art of war?
I don't believe I have.
He said, if you know yourself and you know your enemy, you'll be successful in combat. He said, if you know yourself, but you don't know your enemy, for every win, you'll have a loss. Like you said, you underestimated your enemy. But he
Mhm.
said, if you don't know yourself, your strengths, and you don't know that of the enemy, you'll succumb in battle. You'll
Mm,
die. So he tells
Wow.
you to sweat more in training, bleed less in war, right?
I like that.
Always stay hyper vigilant. And to your point, we had to fight in the military against 5-1 odds. And then that's when it's equal for us. So that's the mindset we go into it. But we
Wow.
don't underestimate anyone. And that's a very cerebral thought you just brought to the game.
I
I have to
love
step
that.
my game up because I
Yeah.
already assume that you're better than me. But I
Yeah.
don't
I
ever think
love it.
nobody's better than me, though. I
Yes,
just
I
don't.
grew up playing sports. When I grew up playing football, I always played with the older kids because it's how.
Okay,
So they were always better than me. And then when I got to playing with people that were at my age group and level, I noticed how I was already surpassed them
that's
all.
right.
People
You're
that are better.
killing them. Yeah.
There's always
That's
someone.
a good method. I love that. Let's see what our audience is saying. They love your motto, Tone. That Val, she's here with us, and she says that's good. Learn, earn, and
In
return. You have
return, yeah.
motivated someone today, Tone. Yes. Val is also saying what you're saying is very inspiring. We want to thank Coach Cindy. She's saying you're giving us good wisdom. And Miss Hyvell, thank you so much for joining us. And Margaret, our number one fan, is here. We thank you guys for coming and joining us at Give Me the Mic. We need our fans to support us, to share and tell everybody about Give Me the Mic, because we are really putting out some good information. We having some really good guests that's really motivating and inspiring us and cultivating our gifts. And we're just so grateful for this platform. I want to thank my brother Zach, who has put us on Spotify. I want you all to know that we are now on Spotify. Zach, could you just give them those are my friends who do not know how to get on Spotify? Can you give us some instructions so our guests can know that we are actually on Spotify and they can share with their friends?
They ain't my friend, and I'm mad at them because I got a big family. All they have to do is go to the app and download Spotify and look up Give Me the Mic live and then subscribe and like. But no, they don't even do that. Are you
Well,
kidding
we're
me? It's
talking.
curses. I'm going and look, everybody within the earshot of my voice right now, if you don't go to your cell phone right now and download Spotify, search Give Me, Gimme, the Mike, motivate, inspire, cultivate, M.I.C. live.
Look,
I'm
I
coming
love
out
how
there to
you
get you,
raised
man.
that
I know where you
eyebrow.
live.
Like,
That's all you have to do. Download it, search your favorite episode. Heath Schuler, Tone
Phyllis,
Felix, Buster
because
Douglas. Are
we
you
want to
kidding
make
me
our
right now?
guests
We
great.
got some
That's,
great stuff coming too.
yeah, we want
But
to
I
make
think
all our
Mr. Felix
guests
gonna make
great.
me famous though.
Right. But we want to get out all our businesses and
Yeah.
careers that come on Give Me the Mic. That's what we're about. We like to encourage small businesses and careers to be successful.
Yeah.
So when you all tell your friends, we're putting out some positive information. So please let Give Me the Mic be your choice of listening.
I
Okay,
think a
thank you.
lot of people want to know how to make money too, Faye. So, that's
Well,
the number
you
one
know, we've
motivator. So
never
if I
been
showed them
about
some
trying to make money.
digits,
So,
if I
so
showed them
thank.
some digits, they're like, Lord have mercy, let me tune in to give them the mic and see how I can make a bag. Get me a bag
No,
right
we're
quick.
not trying to do all that.
And we ain't gonna do all
Well, listen, Tone. Like I said, I am so thankful that you accepted the
Yeah,
invitation
I appreciate
and
you.
you
Yeah,
walked in all dolled up doors and we built this relationship. And I will also make sure that we make notice when you come into all dolled up, we are going to cater to Tone Felix because you have really given us some good motivation, inspiration, and cultivation today. So you are ADU number one client. How about that?
I appreciate
Now we're gonna turn it over to you for the last 5 minutes to just give us your roundup, your pitch, your
It,
elevator pitch, and how if you rolled up on that return to a little young Tone Felix, how would you
yeah.
inspire him to do what you're doing right now, or encourage him to do something that he wants to do, or her, or whatever? It's on you. It's your floor now. Take away
It's
what
your
he.
flow now, Tony.
what I've learned, people like me, I don't talk too often. I really don't. Keep to myself. I had a coach come up to me and tell me, "Hey, you're one of the most important people on this team." And I asked him, "Why does he say that?" He said, "Because you don't talk too much, and when you do, everyone, and I mean everyone listens to you because they think your words have power." And that's why I learned to really use my words in an articulate way to get what I want and to achieve my dreams. Don't like dreaming. I like making I like making what I do a reality. Dreams only happen for 8 hours. Reality is for life. So anything, have any doubts? Who cares who doubts you? As long as you believe in yourself, that's all that matters.
Love it.
Okay,
And
now
I love how you say don't
I'm gonna
talk
hit you
too
with
much.
one little thing though,
All right.
and I always back it up with a scripture. In Numbers, the 12th chapter, the 6th verse,
Uh,
never ignore your dream.
uh,
That's the message that the Lord is sending directly to Tone Felix to say, wow, I saw you and I want you to do this. He comes to his disciples, his prophets, his apostles with dreams and visions. And if you ignore your dreams, you'll never achieve them because guess what? If you don't do it, he'll get somebody else to do it. But
yeah,
from now on, I want you to start paying attention to those dreams. Now, if you got them oh crazy wild dreams I have, that's just me eating late at night, right?
uh,
But if you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and like 5 o'clock in the morning, that's a portal for the Lord spilling into you.
Mhm.
I'm serious. Have you ever woke up at like 3 in the morning and say, "Wait, why am I up? I
yeah,
can't get back to sleep." Have you ever done that?
Multiple times.
Isn't that something? Now
yeah,
I hope you didn't miss your message because that was a time that the heavens are open to you to give you instruction. And don't go back to sleep. Just like Samuel told Eli, he said, "Look, I keep hearing you calling me." He said, "Say, speak, Lord, and He's gonna give you the desires of your heart, whatever they are." You believe
amen,
that?
Correct.
amen. We have Coach Cindy. She says to you, Tone, she says, so well spoken and
Yeah.
humble. She says, this gentleman is a role model for us all.
Hey, man, that's good.
I love. So you have touched Coach Cindy today. Listen, I want to end with this about talking too much
Okay, you
because
dirty.
I didn't call any names. I didn't call any names. But did you notice he said he don't say much. He's mysterious. He is, they wonder what is he thinking. And when he does speak,
That's right.
it's power.
That's
But
right.
someone who always speaking,
But
they
you're being shady right now, Jim. Ah!
no, I'm not.
I have
But
a saying I
we
tell
have
my
to
family.
be
What'd you say, Tom?
I have a saying I
let
tell my
someone guess what you're thinking sometimes instead of telling everybody what you think. I love that. I'm taking that away, Tom.
Mhm.
I mean, because there are so many people, and I read this too. Um, People with many words, and I'm not talking about you, brother. Okay,
Oh, I
stop it.
wasn't thinking you were talking about me.
You think I'm talking about you. But when you talk, you talking good stuff. You always trying to help somebody. But I was reading this book, Pride to Humility.
Mhm.
And it says that is a form of pride because you
Mhm.
think everybody wants to hear what you have to say,
That's
and
right.
only what you say is most important. So that really resonated with me because I don't want to be yapping, chattery, yapping, and people, oh, she talks so much.
Mhm.
But I want to be like you. I want to be less words, and then when I do speak, is powerful to the people. So I
Right.
take that away and thank you so much for that encouragement. So we're going to close our segment for today. If there's nothing else, okay, we're going to talk about hits. Thank you. Those are some of our recipients from HITS, and we thank everyone that's on Give Me the Mic right now. They are my donors, and we thank you for allowing us to be able to bless these scholarships to these recipients right here. And my brother Zach, he is my number one sponsor. Give it up for Zach. He makes sure that HITS yes, he made sure his vision goes forth. Zach, we got one more minute. Can you tell them before we go because you're into charity? I mean, you help so many people, and I want you to just talk about New Life because that's your new project now, and what you're doing with New Life as a ministry now.
Well, I like to give a shout out to Mr. Felix because he made a choice not to go into what I have to do. And New Life Prison Ministry is a ministry that started in 1987 uh, by Brookshire. His name is Caldwell Brookshire, Atwell Brookshire. And these guys invited me to be a part of it, and now I'm the principal. But the Lord gave me at 3 o'clock in PM, AM, He said, the
Word.
name of the division that I'm dealing with is the Word, the Wilmington Offender Reentry Division of New Life Prison Ministry. And a lot of these young people have lost their way, right? And so they don't need to be beat up about the things that they've been done. Is to help them get back off the mat, dust themselves off, listen to a positive message, and get back in the game. And the recidivism rate is very low after we've come in as volunteers to help them. And so I sent out a little thing on Facebook. If you want to look it up, it's the New Life Prison Ministry Incorporated, right? Just look up New Life Prison Ministries Incorporated, click on that, and send us a cash app.
Yeah, but
No,
you're
but it goes
actually,
to help the prisoners. They get Bibles, they get a lot of reading material that they wouldn't get otherwise, right? Because
yeah,
contrary to popular belief, the prison system's not trying to rehabilitate you. It's all
yeah,
about punishment, right? And if you
yeah,
don't have a volunteer to do what we do, you're just gonna get punished every single day. It's the same day, every day, every day. And we want to break up that monotony because they're human, right?
right.
And give them services, inspiring conversation, and uplifting. And that's what we do. And we keep it light. I mean, think about it. I'm a clown, so I'm self-deprecating. I like to keep them laughing because you don't want to
Amen.
be in a prison when people ain't laughing. I'm just saying.
And-
Mm.
you know,
Oh,
you
thank
don't
you
want to be
for
so
sharing.
serious
Thank
all the
you for
time
sharing.
in a prison, right?
Right. Thank you for sharing, brother. We have
Okay.
got to go. We're over 2 minutes. And again, Tone, thank you for your time. Thank you for your words of encouragement, all your motivation and your inspiration today.
Thank
I
you.
really appreciate your time. And we are so grateful for all our guests today that we have watching. And we hope to see you again next week, same time. We have a very special guest next week. We want to I don't want to spill it. I don't want to spill it.
Yeah,
Okay, but we have a very special guest next week, and I need you all to come back, tell your friends, and share this episode.
can I say one
And
more thing?
go ahead.
Whatever pain y'all going through, you must find a
Okay.
way to turn that into peace.
Whatever pain you are going through, turn it into peace. Woo! I needed that, Tone. Okay, you all have an awesome day, Tone. You have been amazing. And we'll see you at All Dolled Up next time.
Have a good
Bye
one.
bye.
Thank you.